What up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of WTF Show. I'm your host, Justin Nickel, and we have a special edition of the show this week. I'm excited. We get to have a guest host that is one of my favorite people in comedy because she's never talked shit about me. Or at least that I've heard of. Anyway, I love her to death. She's amazing. She's fucking hilarious. And she is the reigning, the current heavyweight comedy brawl champion of the world, Amber Harper-Young. Amber, how you doing?
Just my pecs. I don't know.
You just say good. You can just say I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just doing my bench presses and shit.
That's awesome. I didn't mean to say heavyweight. I realized how that might have come across, especially as a female. I apologize. What I meant was like, you are the fucking woman. Just fucking this up. You're the reigning champion of the most fun comedy show out there right now, the Comedy Brawl. I wanted to have you on for that reason, and also to tell our audience that you are going to be on this month's show, Champion of Champions of Comedy Brawl, so you could potentially be the champion of all the champions. So, like, this is some Game of Thrones shit, Amber. Okay, you could be the king of kings if you just make it work.
I mean, that would be nice.
Yeah, You did awesome last month, man. It was awesome to see how much fun you had and how surprised you were to win, which was weird to me because, like, you made it all the way finally. You were crushing it, but you were genuinely happy and genuinely surprised. And
I was,
yeah.
I won something. I was like,
Well, you earned it, man. And we're happy to have you on tonight. We got some funny stories we want to go over, but also joining us, the guy who's behind this curtain, the man behind all the magic, it's our man, Mark B. Mark, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going? I hope everybody's going to have a good show tonight. It's great to have you here, Amber. And I just want to say hello to some of the people in our chat right now. So we got Justin Nickel. Oh, yeah, that's you. We got Mod JR. Hey, Jay, how's it going, buddy? We have head mod, Jess Murrah. Thank you both for being here tonight, and these are the guys that are going to keep the conversation going. And remember, if you guys act out in chat or say something fucked up, JR and Jess have our full permission to ban anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're family, we're just going to kick you out of our chat immediately. I want to say hello to James. Hey, James, how's it going? Pyra is here as well, and I saw a couple of other people. I saw April, who was here a little bit earlier. Hey, April, how's it going? Ooh. Nice to see you. And Sébastien Bourgeot. Fuck.
Hey, my man Sebastian.
God
good dude.
Damn it. All right. So last time I hurt his feelings, so I want to make a public apology to Sébastien Bourgeot. I'm sorry if I insulted you last time. I know I called you a Pepsi. What else did I call him, Justin? Do you remember?
There was a frog insult
Yes.
in there. There was some, you know what it was? It was just dueling pianos. You guys just too many Frenchies, not enough kitchen or something. I don't know how the saying goes.
Yeah, there can only be one of us here, but you're cool. So Justin tells me you're cool, so you're allowed to stay. So I apologize formally and publicly for calling you a frog Pepsi.
What's Pepsi? Like, what's that mean?
It's an insult for French Canadians because we don't drink Coke in Quebec at all. Like, Pepsi is the #1 soft drink brand, and marketing people have studied it, and there's literally no reason. It's just like this weird brand loyalty that we have, and Coke has been unable to penetrate the Quebecois market.
Oh, I'm down with that. I like Pepsi better. I'm sorry, Justin.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
As I was saying it.
Hey, were you one of the comedians who packed into my Coke van between shows? So get this. So we're all we're not open micers, but we're like going from mic to show to show. And believe it or not, for 4 years, Coca-Cola gave me a work vehicle, and I stopped insuring my own car and just drove it to like shows. And I had this big Coke van. It was a big red van. The most literally like eye-catching vehicle you could see. And I would go from one mic to the next. And if comics were on the next mic, I'd say, hey, you guys want to pile into the van? They'd be like, yeah. But there were no seats and there were no seat belts.
So. I know the time that I went in, there was like metal, like pointy like sharp metal rods, and like me and Devon Alexander, we climbed on top of like these like metal fences. Like,
racking. It was racking. It was
like,
racking.
We were just like on them like animals, like on top of like a cage they just got out of. It was like, oh my gosh.
And then I'd hit a corner.
What?
I'd hit a corner and then like racking and like shrapnel.
I think Devin had sex by accident.
Yeah.
I think,
I love that. I love how you said you and Devon had sex by accident. Just a handsome, shredded black dude. And you're like, oh, we had sex by accident. Yeah, you did.
No, not because of him. Like, because we like each other, because of the corner you took.
Oh, okay. Hey, whatever you got to tell your boyfriend in the next room.
That's a story. Eh? What a story. Sorry, honey. I took a pretty hard corner there. I didn't mean to fuck. I didn't mean to have sex with that woman.
I took a pretty hard corner. His name was Devon. That's so good.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I got to talk to Dad. That's all I'm saying.
That's awesome. And now she likes Pepsi. So anyways, long story short, we have her here. We're excited to go. What are my obligations that I'm missing, Mark? I'd say please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. If we're at 75 or 78 subscribers, when we get to 100, I'm going to do one of these naked in a hot tub. So not naked. I should have said naked.
Yeah.
But I will do that in a hot tub. And you're not going to want to miss that, or you will. I don't know.
We have legally committed. We have legally committed to a hot tub stream with Justin once we hit 100 subscribers.
Yes. So please do that. Also, please, if you want to join our Discord, Mark will hit up a link to join our Discord. Our Discord is like an app that you can come and just talk shit, post articles you think we should cover. There's a lot of different sections that you can just talk. It's basically like, I don't know. What do you want to say? Like, it's like, I don't know. What kind of app is it matched? I don't know. It's a community app.
It's a community app. If ever you use Slack, it's basically Slack for gamers, or it's just a community. It's where we hang out all week, we talk shit, and we share news stories, and we prepare for the next show.
That's hilarious. JR thinks that when we talk about Coke, that I'm talking about cocaine, and he thinks that I'm just handing it out and luring people into my Coke van, like literally just a van where I'm giving people cocaine. That's not how it works.
JR. You're right, JR.
Well, now that we've said it out loud, it'll never work again. So thanks a lot, JR.
Yeah, thanks for that. Where are we going to get cocaine now?
Well, the VPD's giving it out for free. I don't know if you heard. Oh,
that's true. That's true.
That was the last week's story, Amber. Vancouver Police Department were giving away free drugs, free pure drugs, as a campaign for some sort of what was it? What was the reason?
It's because the drugs were not clean enough, so they wanted to give people clean drugs to take instead of all the dirty stuff they were getting off the street.
It's probably like Safe Supply. So Safe Supply is just like synthetic version of like the actual drug, and they give it away so that there's less ODing.
Yeah, it was like a legalization thing, like decriminalizing it. That was the campaign. It was a decriminalizing of drugs thing by the VPD. And I was like, is there like a newsletter? Like, can I sign up? Like, is there an email alert that I can show up and just cut out of work for half an hour? No? All right, that's fine. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the show, man. Let's just get to the show.
All righty. So the first story, guys, let's talk about the Olympics. So it's been quite a ride watching these Olympics. I don't know if you guys have been watching it like me. I started out very, very skeptical, but I must say I'm kind of an Olympic addict now. I really just watch everything.
Well, that's how they get you, man. It's they just slowly lace in this patriotism, this nationalism, and then CBC has been horrible at letting us know when shit is on. After the fact. So like I keep hearing the next day that Canada won a gold medal here, a gold medal there. This was a big event. And like, I don't even know when anything's on. I can't even plan it. Maybe because Japan is on like a day and a half ahead of us too. But there's been some big things happening. The women's soccer team upset the USA and made Megan Rapinoe cry, which always warms my heart because Megan Rapinoe is just a horrendous human being. Sorry, Amber. But Christy Sinclair, God bless her, one of my favorite athletes of all time. I think one of Canada's greatest athletes. In fact, I think I would be down if you wanted to put Christy Sinclair on the $5 bill. I'd be like, okay, Don Cherry blew it. Let's put Christy Sinclair on there. And then Andre DeGrasse won bronze in the 100 and gold in the 200. First Canadian to do that since like the 1920s. And then just last night, Canadian won the decathlon. And let's just say this right now. The decathlon is the greatest Olympian of all time, is he not? Like back in the day, if you won the decathlon, you were the best warrior. You could jump fences, you could run over moats, you could throw javelins at people's faces. You were the best. And Canada now has the best. Amber, have you been watching any of the Olympics?
No, yeah, but not that shit you're talking about.
What did you watch?
I watched like the 100 meter women's and men's like the first rounds or whatever, and like the Canadian runner for the 100 meters for the lady, she had the best style in the whole Olympics.
But what was her final time? It's more about time than style, I find.
I don't know if you're right about that.
Okay.
And then I saw that guy from Greece that he won the long jump, and he like never even he won the gold in long jump, and he's Greek at the Olympics, and he was like this is his reaction.
Oh my God. The Greek are a celebratory people, are they not?
Yeah, he couldn't give a shit. I thought like the French didn't give a shit, but I guess apparently the Greek.
That's hilarious. You know what? He's probably on some downers just to like level off the fucking steroids that he's probably on right now. Somebody get his piss tested right now. Just be like,
no,
steroids.
He was actually one of the least jacked guys in the long jump too. So I was actually quite shocked, but it probably had to do with his lightness, right? And his technique and stuff. But anyway, it was just really funny to watch him. And then like the one dude's crying because he messed up because he was injured and he didn't get gold. He's crying because he didn't get gold. And then the Greek guy's just like, he won gold. And he's like, nah.
He's like, you want it? Do you want my gold? I don't even care. I'm just here for the ladies. Hilarious. Another thing to come out of the Olympics was they were saying that Andre DeGrasse, at his peak speed, was running faster than when Connor McDavid skates. And now I think with that meme, we need, and the only race that matters in Canada is to see Andre DeGrasse and Connor McDavid race in a 100 meter. We'll just make like a lane full of ice for Connor. And Andre will run beside him. We'll do like a charity thing or whatever. Like when Rocky Balboa fought Hulk Hogan. Remember that? Do you remember that? I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
that was a thing.
I do.
And Canada will tune in. I swear to God, that'll get 30 million. Every single household in Canada will watch that. So that's what we want next. That'll be our gold medal. But I like that the women still continue to dominate, and the men finally got 2 medals. And we're just like, what the fuck, Canada? Like, what is happening? Our women are world class in every sport. And the men are just like puny little beta, like, give me what you can. So it was nice when Andre, and I forget the guy's name, and won the decathlon, forgive me. It was finally nice for 2 men to step up and carry the weight that the women have been carrying them the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like look at it that way. I think a lot of the Olympians are getting like a lot of like, oh, this person was depressed or having mental problems, and then somebody's like, she's so brave or whatever, and then but who like, we're not like, I don't know why we think we can judge these people. They're Olympic fucking athletes. Like, why do we think we have a say in anything? Like, they don't care what we think. They're caring about fucking baseball or whatever they're performing in. Like, they don't care. Like, that woman's not going to care what people think about her breakdown or whatever. Like, and also you're going to have a breakdown. You worked your whole life towards it. Something goes wrong, you're going to fucking flip out. And if you don't flip out, you're crazy.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. This is why
whatever. I was like, no, they've been working their whole life towards this. Like, they don't have love. They don't have, like functional like things in their life that we all get to participate in because of this goal. And we all think we can just like sit here and like be this, I don't know, it just is stupid. I think we just talk because we can and we have time to, but like they're not sitting there like busying themselves with other people's shit, other people's business.
Right. Well, what you're talking about is just hater syndrome. Also, but what you're talking about is like, yeah, you're gonna have a breakdown. That's Macaulay Culkin syndrome. That's child actor shit. Because these people have been elite for so long, they're gonna break down eventually. There's just no. But then we're right there for the fall, right? We like love to see him built up, and then we love to see him fall, and we go, see, you know what? She shouldn't have done it like that. Oh my God, I would have totally done it differently. But we don't know what they're going through. You're absolutely right. For me personally, I just like pointing out that female athletes in Canada are so much better than male athletes in Canada. It's like, wow, I don't know what we're feeding them. I don't know what we're doing to men. We're breaking them down emotionally or something, but I think it's fun to watch.
All right, couple of comments, guys. Couple of comments here. Pyra says, now if you win decathlon, you can later get forgiven for running over an old woman while applying your lipstick. I don't even know.
Whoa, hi-yo. You know what that's about. You know what that's about.
He's talking about
Bruce Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. That's right.
Caitlyn Jenner. Well, yeah, it helps when you have money to pay off the crime you committed. Absolutely. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're getting sidetracked. We're going to get demonetized.
Yeah, we're already demonetized. Amber brought up some spicy Olympic topics, and I just got an email from YouTube, and we're in the hole already for this show.
Yeah. Like this is getting shadow banned.
Yeah, we got shadow banned and demonetized. So I'm pretty sure.
What'd you want to say, Amber? Sorry, what'd you say?
For this episode, for this thing right now?
Yeah, we're already, because we have admins just watching us like hawks, and anytime we just hit anything that's like a hot topic, yeah. So I mean, it's Justin, I hear you that the women were doing great. They are doing great at the Olympics, but not all of them. I kind of want to give the counterpoint here because,
Yes.
because I do have an article here. It's a little bit odd. It looks like this Canadian diver scored a 0.0 after landing feet first in the pool. So according to this article here, it's apparently the lowest score ever, or possible, should I say, for a dive, a 0.0. And maybe I'm a bad person, and it's very likely, actually, that I'm a bad person. But here's some video of those dives, really them whiffing those dives. And I think it's the most hilarious thing ever. So here we go. They jump up, and again, and they just fall. Feet first in the water.
Or in jumping?
I didn't see it. I don't think we saw it. I don't think you played it. Oh, there you go. There it is.
Yeah, it's on repeat now. And maybe I am am I a bad person for finding pleasure and laughter in people whiffing their dives at the Olympics? I don't know if I'm a bad person.
No, it's like she just completely was like, wait a minute, don't want to do this. And then she just oh my God, that's so horrendous. Listen, it's hard. And I get it, like that's just it's a one-off, but there's accumulated score. So she's already out of it with that one. She like second guessed and she said, no, I don't want to do this. But like I watched diving like with my wife at like 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning or whatever. We just kept watching, we were enthralled. And I watched the most amazing dive I've ever seen in my life. Okay. I watched this person do the most amazing dive straight in the water. And I'm like, that's amazing. And then the commentator goes, oh dear. Like, right? And she gets like a 7. I'm like, a 7? Like, because I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. But like an hour into it, I'm a goddamn expert. I'm like, oh, they overextended 7.5, 7.5. She's been working all year. She shouldn't be that sloppy. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like that's what the Olympics does. It drags you in, man. It drags you in, and then hopefully there's like a feel-good story that they try to like throw at you the whole time. I don't know about you, Amber. I know you just won a gold medal, as you're showing right now.
Medal in this stream right now.
Yes, gold medal. But that's the beauty of it. That's kind of the beauty of it. It's like watching one of those like competition cooking shows. You're like, arugula, really? And you don't know what you're talking about. So that's the kind of the fun.
I think the beauty of the Olympics is like it becomes like something about the rhythm of like each athlete going up and like doing their thing, and then you're like sitting there watching it for an hour, like the thing that you wanted to watch, like the 100-meter dash, and then all of a sudden like 3 hours later you're watching like weightlifting, like but you had no And then
I
you
think.
know, you're just
sorry.
like, you don't know how it works. Like you're just like, how does this score? Like you,
I know.
but
But the funny thing too is then you start to like argue. You're like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But you don't have a fucking clue, right? You don't have a clue. But now I just thought of it. I just had this thought listening to you. I think they should create villains. I think they should stop with this feel good, like bring him in story. I think they should be like, okay, so lane 5, the favorite for this race, didn't pay his child support. He's like blah blah. You're like, I hate this guy. I want to see this guy fucking lose. It's the Floyd Mayweather effect. Floyd Mayweather sells more pay-per-views because people hate him. Okay, so like get some villains in that race, and I will watch. I'll be like, I want this guy to go down.
Yeah, it's like put them like when we get together, gather again, put everyone in a stadium and like give them tomatoes to throw at people.
Yes,
that's a great idea.
And while you're running the 100, you gotta fucking. And you're like, because like wind aided, like if the wind is pushing too fast behind you, your world record doesn't count. But if you're having tomatoes thrown at you, you should have a world record for that too. Like,
we got Dylan Reimer, last week's guest. Hey, Dylan, how's it going? Dylan asks, "Isn't the IOC the villains already?" That's a good point right there.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
And also, I want to say that I did poll chat, am I a bad person? Because I enjoy watching divers whiffing their dives at the Olympics. And overwhelmingly, people say, no, I'm not a bad person. It is actually extremely funny. So thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
JR says he laughs when kids fall down still. Like, can't be held responsible to be an adult about things yet. Yeah, because JR kicks kids when he walks by them. That's why.
No, he doesn't.
He probably does. I don't know. I mean, he seems like it. He seems like if they're in his way on the SkyTrain, they're fucking free. They're free to be kicked.
It's really hard not to laugh at kids when they fall because they're like rubber, right? Like they don't get hurt. So if we fell, it'd be like, oh fuck. But if the kid falls, they just like literally bounce right back onto their feet again. Like it's funny. So I'll agree with him.
All right. Well, we got a nice fact from Dylan Reimer again in the chat here. He says that the IOC guy's name is Dick Pound. That's the Canadian.
That's the Canadian Olympic Committee member. Yeah, he was the guy like ratting people out for doing steroids. They're like, "Come on, Dick, just fucking relax."
Yeah. Does he want us to win or what?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's move on from the Olympics and start talking about some weird news because there's a lot going on here in the world. It's a crazy world out there. And this first piece of news it's kind of strange. I'll file this under the Germans are at it again. So let's see.
Hogan's Heroes.
So let's see here. So a German pensioner in Germany, we're talking about an 84-year-old man, was caught. He had the police raid his house because apparently he had a whole World War II arsenal in there, including a fully functional Panther tank, a World War II Panther tank. He was given a suspended prison sentence of 14 months for the possession of all this arsenal, and he had to pay a fine at 84 years old of 250,000 euros.
Why would he even get a tank that only a Panther can drive?
Yeah, like would his hands even fit on the controls and stuff? Oh my God.
You're idiot.
You know what? My question is, how do you hide a tank? Like, how big is your house?
No, he didn't hide it. I read this article and he plowed snow with it. And he expected nobody to know.
Wow.
Oh.
And like what his neighbors were like, that's so cute. Look at this old man plowing snow with a tank that could blow my fucking house up.
Nazi.
Honey, there's a lot of snow in our driveway. Can we ring the Nazi?
Wow. Well, at least he was using it for good? Question mark? I don't know.
Hey, that's a good point, actually. So maybe he's not. Maybe he's. But why is he holding on to all this stuff? Like, like I feel like he wouldn't hold on to all those artifacts. Like he's hoarding World War II artifacts, like weapons.
Well, either he's just an avid collector, or He's a fucking Nazi.
Oh yeah, or he's getting some ideas, or he's ready. I don't know.
Like, don't worry, World War III is just around the corner.
He's like, plow your driveway? Wait a minute, are you Jewish? Oh, you are? Never mind. I don't know. Just an idea. My bad.
Say he's a dummy too. So he's
Yeah, the Germans, eh? Silly. What a people. Vera Bobo in the chat. Hey, Vera, it's nice to see you.
Some people collect spoons.
Some people collect spoons. That's true. I mean, maybe he should switch to plates or something.
Oh, that's awesome, Vera.
That's hilarious. Next story, guys. Kind of a feel-good story. So, of course, we've been under the grip of this worldwide pandemic with COVID. And I'm afraid to say that it's only going to get worse, but not in the way that you think. It seems that squirrels or chipmunks, more specifically, have the plague. Fox News reports that chipmunks in California test positive for the plague. The bubonic plague, actually, if you needed to know. And this is around Lake Tahoe. So these, our furry little friends are actually carrying a disease that could has wiped out millions of people already in history. But they had to close parts of Lake Tahoe just to prevent people from catching the bubonic plague.
And so, but like, here's my question. Can we really trust foxes to give us the news?
Oh my God. She's on mushrooms. Where did you get that gold medal for? I just want to know right now. Listen, chipmunks. I said this earlier and I got fucking wowed. But the chipmunks it's tricky because like no one's taking it that seriously, right? Like they're just shutting down parts of Lake Tahoe for a little bit because the chipmunks got the bubonic plague. No big deal, NBD, right? But it's because chipmunks are just the most handsome squirrels, basically, right? And then no one's taking it that seriously. But I'm telling you right now, what did you say, Amber? That it's they're downplaying it, right? Because they don't want any chipmunk hate to spread. Is that what you said?
They're like, you don't worry, the park's gonna be open a couple days, like, because we know you want the plague by chipmunks. Like, we know you want it. Chipmunk can get the plague by their fleas or whatever. Like,
no, they were like,
what were you?
No, they were gonna say it's not the chipmunks' fault; it's their fleas' fault. Well, it's like the fucking chipmunks got the fleas.
Yeah, they're gross. They're rodents. They call them rodents in the article. It's like, excuse me, those are my people.
Yeah.
Just back the F up, and it's not even their fault. It's the fleas' fault. Okay, so everyone calm down. And you get to go to the park soon. So don't worry. Don't cry about it. Okay. Lake Tahoe will be open.
Just because it's the hottest rodent that has the plague doesn't mean that it's going to be okay. That's how AIDS started. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. And then look how that went. It didn't go well.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. They had voices of angels.
Hold on. Well, actually, JR thinks like you, Amber. He says that I always thought Alvin, Simon, and Theodore would get AIDS before the plague.
Jesus.
Simon and Theodore aren't. They're dorks.
Yeah, Alvin for sure, though. Yeah. Alvin for sure. He's the Nick Carter of Alvin and the Chipmunks for sure. Okay.
Which one is the fat chipmunk?
Theodore.
Yeah, he looks like a bottom for sure. He's got it.
Kevin Hanks joined us. I'm sorry, Mark, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but Kevin Hanks joined us, and on the last story, he said the guy who owned the Nazi tank, he said, neighbors said he's always saying, say what you want about Hitler. He was a great boyfriend.
Wow.
Wow. Vera was in the lead, and then Kevin just knocks it out of the park with that
Jesus.
one. But yeah, man. Otherwise, with the chipmunk stuff, Vera Bobo says, "Yep," and it's treatable now. So, is that true, Mark? Is the bubonic plague treatable now?
It is.
But it's probably a pain in the ass, right?
I mean, it's kind of an understatement.
Okay.
Yeah, the bubonic plague is definitely not fun. It's like I think it kills you fairly quickly. But yeah, it's a thing we've encountered before, and we're able to treat it. But who knows? I mean, these chipmunks could be after our death. after the death of our civilization.
These chipmunks, guys, watch out. They're super charming. They're so cute.
Yeah.
So this lady, like within the article, there was this video of this lady and she sets up miniature little like scenes, and then she puts nuts and she tries to lure the chipmunks. Like, she has the plague for sure. Right? She has like, but she's like, these chipmunks are like, I don't know. I just realized that, and I would feel so bad actually.
Kevin Hank says it's so treatable. Black Plague, it's so treatable now that they just call it getting the BPs.
He also said it sounds like Amber got catfished by a chipmunk.
Okay. So I dated one once, but only for a week, so don't even worry.
He had the voice of an angel. His name was Alvin. Hilarious. Fucking hilarious. I love the chat.
I just want to say this lady's name because she makes calendars.
She makes calendars?
Calendars in the scenes, like, and she like tricks them into like doing things that are like human, like one's at a barbecue. Like one's like looks like it's cooking at the barbecue, and there's all this scene around it, like looks like a barbecue, like humans have or whatever. Her name's Christy Pierce, and I'm gonna buy one of her calendars. And I think if anyone's interested, they should probably too, because this lady, she needs it. She needs it in her.
Yeah, I mean, is this? I mean, maybe this is Fox News. Is there our only source for the plague here a woman who makes chipmunk calendars? Is that what we're saying?
No, she didn't get the plague, but like I think 7 people a year get the plague now still. And no, 7 people die from it. And there's antibiotics. So if you realize you have the plague or you catch it soon enough, you can be fine.
All right. And you said, Amber, that this lady makes chipmunk calendars, right? She positions them or tries to trick them into.
Yeah, she tricks them. She makes a whole little scene. Like her husband helps her, like when she's like, I got a vision. She's like, okay, we're at the mall. And then.
What in the fuck?
All right. Well, Amber is officially, she's the salesperson for this lady's calendars. Please get a chipmunk calendar code. If you want a 10% discount, use code AMBER at checkout. Code AMBER at checkout for the chipmunk calendar.
I gotta help me.
All right, guys. Big story. Can we move on? Is there anything in the chat here that we should be acknowledging, Justin?
There was Amber got catfish. James said that Alvin's a good guy. He'd be the one to find a cure. So, you know, I'm glad James watched Alvin and the Chipmunks and he knows that much about Alvin. So that's good. But he thinks Alvin would definitely find a cure for AIDS. But we're talking about something completely different.
Simon would. Alvin wouldn't find it. He's too narcissist.
Yeah, Simon was the smart one. He was always cleaning up Alvin's fucking messes. Guy? Yeah. James, you don't even watch. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now we know. Alvin would be giving it to girls, and then Simon would come in with NDA agreements and being like, "You can't tell anyone about this," and also take this vaccine.
James, it's kind of like you don't even want Alvin and the Chipmunks to cure AIDS.
And also, who's doing the blocking or whatever? Can they just block names?
Yeah. James will be on his best behavior, I promise. Kevin Hanks says, behind every great chipmunk calendar lady, there is a man standing there looking fondly at a shotgun in a glass case.
Wow, that's extreme.
That's some Tiger King, what's her name? Carol Baskins shit.
Yeah. Right?
Where like she's making her husband pose as a tiger, like on a leash, like as a cat. Jesus Christ, dude. Grow a fucking spine. Anyways.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next story here. Big news. We are going to do one of our favorite bits here on the show, Billionaire Beat.
God, so we need a fucking segue into this.
We need some kind of jingle now. And we keep saying that, but we never make it. But Billionaire Beat, our audience will know, is when we talk about the best people in the world, the smartest people in the world, the richest people in the world, the people that are just better than us.
The most ethnically cleansed people in the world.
The billionaires. And a new challenger has entered the arena this week. So, of course, we've been talking about our boys Bezos, our boy Musk, and even Richard Branson entered the space race and became part of this billionaire battle. Well, now there's a new challenger, guys. Officially, this week, Rihanna, with a net worth of $1.7 billion, is now officially a billionaire.
Oh my God. So does that mean she's heading to space next week? Oh my God. That would be great. That would be fucking great. I can't wait to see her spaceship. I can't wait to see how much different it is. Is it going to look like a vagina? That would be awesome. Let's see Rihanna's. What's happening? Is that Elon in blackface?
Oh, guys, we have Elon here for an interview. We didn't plan this.
Hello.
Yes, I have Asperger's, and I'm going to take over Mars. And I'm just doing Sean Connery, doing Elon.
I was gonna say Elon's my favorite billionaire, but when I found out Rihanna's a billionaire, like forget it. He's out of the picture. I don't even want to hear his name again in my life.
Interesting. So pre Rihanna's entry here into the billionaire battle, you were an Elon Musk person.
Like I like Asperger's.
Okay.
He is really smart, and like when he speaks, sometimes I think I know what he's talking, and I'm like, this is the best because he speaks very slowly and meticulously, right? And so like sometimes I'm like, yeah, and then he like says like two more words, and I'm like, yeah, I'm confused again. But
Yeah,
like I now think it's cool that he's kind of weird, and then it's also cool like a lot of the innovation that he's coming up with, like it makes me feel like sort of hopeful about the future.
right. See, yeah. So you were team Elon, which we all were for a bit, right? And then he started fucking with crypto, and he started just being like bit like shady a little bit, because like unlike Bezos, he's producing many things. Oh my God, what's happening? You have a whole book on this guy.
She has a book
Jesus.
on Elon. God damn it. What is going on?
That's awesome. Do you make your boyfriend just like talk in parables and not look you in the eye during sex? Is that what happens?
Exactly.
Makes sense. All right, me too. Anyways, but also, we were all team Elon, but then, what is happening? But then Richard Branson came into the fucking mix and just shat on Bezos's launch date, and that made us all Branson fans. We were Bransonites. We were Bransoneers. Is that what you call it, Mark? I don't know. Fuck.
Runos.
But now we can all be Rihanna fans. We can all be Rihanna-nites. We can all be Rihanna-nites. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm into it. I'm into it, Rihanna.
Like Mennonites, but with like
yes,
billionaires.
She can be our false prophet. She can be our false prophet. Come on, Amber. You're on board,
they're not
right?
gonna like the YouTube's not gonna like the Mennonite comment.
It's too late.
Well,
we're already in the red. We're already in the red. Yeah. No prisoners now. We can say anything.
We are fucking shadow banned, Amber. Don't look through your notes, you son of a bitch.
He's making a really intense face in this one. It's really funny. Can you see it?
You have a whole book on this guy. That is something. That is something.
You know what I want to know about Elon? What I want to know about Elon is where did he get those hair transplants? Those look amazing.
Well, I think he fucking stole a couple of fucking scientists that visited Epstein Island, made him come to his fucking place and like make me better hair.
All right, but I do want to make it official. So we were Team Branson. We were definitely behind Musk. We don't like Bezos here. But then we stopped backing Musk, and then we got on to Team Branson because he's the jacuzzi in space guy with the Ferrari tracksuits. But now I would like to declare that the WFT show is officially backing Rihanna in the billionaire battle.
We are under her umbrella. Anyway, good for her. How the fuck did she get to 1.7 bill just out of nowhere? None of us even see it coming. Who's investing her money?
Hip hop and R&B, and then she started scatting in it.
Wow.
She's not saying words. She's like,
no. Well, It worked so well for Sean Paul. Get busy. You know what I mean? Like, people love that shit. They eat it up. They don't want words.
No, they don't. They hate words. They hate them.
They hate words.
They do. We hate words. We hear them all the time.
We're sick of them. We're sick of them. Jesus Christ.
We're like, give us some patois, give us some scatting, give us some, like other languages, like anything but English words. Ugh.
Well,
good point. Good point.
This is JR saying that fragrance and fashion. So she hit it with fragrance and fashion, which lets you know that someone just took her name and, like the Jenner chick, the daughter went with she was like the fastest billionaire ever with her makeup line. You know what I mean? Like, just trust people with your name, let them go to work, and just hope for the best. Like Conor McGregor. I hope Kevin Hanks hears this because he's going to get mad at me. But Conor McGregor did not make whiskey, okay? He just gave his name to someone who had whiskey. And we're like, good for you. You're such a fucking good fucking business person. No, he fucking threw his hat in the ring, and someone fucking took it and made him a bunch of money. Anyway.
All right.
That's how I feel.
All right. And now
This is
that we
like
settled that.
long silence.
Whatever. I need another drink.
All right, guys. Moving on from Billionaire Beats. So, again, reminder, WFT Show is now backing Rihanna in the Billionaire Battle. But the next story is quite strange. It is a quite strange story. So, kind of like a tale of irony, if you will. So there is a Titanic museum. Where is this thing? It's in
so good.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So there is a Titanic museum that has a replica of the Titanic, or part of the Titanic, and also attached to it or connected to it, there is a replica of an iceberg. And the people who run this museum saw it fit to make sure that the iceberg was actual ice. Actual ice that can melt and break. Well, guess what? The iceberg broke during while people were touring the museum, and it fell on 3 people who had to be rushed to the hospital.
But immediately, nobody helped them because they were like, iceberg, and they thought it was like a reenactment type situation. So it took like 20 minutes for people to realize it was actually happening.
Yeah, because you would think they were just being a bunch of asshole YouTubers trying to be funny or something like that. But then when you find out it really happened, you're like, Jesus Christ, the irony right now. Like, you would almost be like overwhelmed with the irony of the situation. You would wait to call 911. But also just the hubris that Mark was saying pre-show, the hubris that you just be like, oh, we're just going to hang a fucking iceberg here and nothing's going to happen. By the way, a question for both of you. Do you think, like, if ships could think, that they would fucking be so frustrated with how much shine the Titanic gets? Like, it's got its own fucking, like, there's ships out there that have been doing their job. What's that?
Ships can sing?
I don't know. Just fucking bear with me here for like Thomas the Tank Engine shit, okay? So like ships are like talking to each other like, dude, I've been doing my job for 50 years, 0 incidents. This motherfucker's got its own museum. Like, it failed the first time. Fuck this guy. It's got sister ships, the Britannica and fucking, if I was smart, I'd know the other one. Mark, what's the other one? Come on, man. Help me out, dude. You're my Jamie on this.
The Santa Maria?
Yeah, sure. There you go. And those guys never fucking failed. You never hear about them. All you hear about is the asshole who fucking mailed it in, went to sleep in the middle of the night, got hit by a fucking iceberg and fucked everybody involved. So
yeah, like kind of like our culture, right? Like we're always just like, oh, what idiots, it sank, and then we're putting all this energy and focus on this like failure, and it's like, well, this is the wrong thing to be focused on. Like in the Olympics when that lady had her meltdown, like why are y'all focusing on it? Like all these other Olympians are getting no attention now because the news and media is like, what's up with her? Like what's going on with her? It's like there's other sports happening right now. Like let's cover that. Like give these other people a limelight. Like
that's what Pyra just said in the fucking chat. As you said that, Pyra goes, Olympics. Hello, there's a parallel here, and she's right. I think the difference is though, because when Simone Biles says I can't do it because of my mental health, we all go, what a fucking, you're a hero. You're just amazing. You're just amazing, and you're a hero. What we should have just said was just leave her alone. Just let her go do her thing, because back in the day we used to call it like personal reasons, right? And now. Yeah. So the Titanic had some personal reasons. Okay. Can we just leave it alone? Okay, let's not judge it for one bad thing. Okay.
Well, like, or let's not give it all our energy in like the
Yes.
whole of the 1990s or whenever it came out, and like
The Titanic, a little earlier than that.
the movie. I mean,
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
That's right. This is a museum about a
know
movie.
you know those like those injured dorks, like those people who got injured. I'm sorry they got injured, obviously. Like that sucked. But first of all, who are the stupid idiots that put ice inside?
Yes, in the summer.
And secondly, those nerdy dorks that still want to learn about the Titanic, like this, like why?
There's not much more to learn.
They have a wicked cool story. They have a funny story. They don't tell that lives. So it doesn't matter if they, can't use their right leg.
Yeah, you should actually thank the museum for whatever injury you get from this. I mean, that's the truth.
The meal ticket.
I'm all turned around on this, actually. And Pyra in the chat said the other ships were the Britannic and the Olympic. I didn't even know there were other ships involved. Kevin Hank says, Amber reminds me of young Deborah Harry if she drank more in the 80s.
Who's Deborah Harry?
I don't know. Who's Deborah Harry?
Hey, so I'm the alcoholic, not Deborah?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And you don't drink.
I think Deborah Harry is Blondie.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, fuck off, Kevin Hanks.
Thank you.
All right. Fuck you.
Hilarious.
Perfect.
I smoke weed, okay?
Yeah, Amber's cool, all right? Okay. Let's talk. We're coming up to the end of the show, guys. We're approaching our final stories. We had a great time tonight. I want to thank you both for putting on the great show, and I want to thank everybody in the audience for being here. You guys are the heart of the show. Thank you to our mods for keeping the conversation going all night. And remember to like this stream if you are watching it right now. Hit that like button, and if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. The other thing I want to mention is we do put out clips, so we'll, if you didn't get a chance to watch the whole show, come back during the week. And on our YouTube channel, we do put out clips of some of the highlights of our show. So we appreciate you watching those and liking those and helping the show out.
Yes, please do that, because then I share them. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. But you guys can comment about my appearance also on those videos.
There you go.
I'm sure you're used to that, right? Being a female comic and then just reading negative stuff about nothing about the content. Just be I didn't like that she had her hair.
No, I'm not going to read it. I just...
Well, now I'm going to comment about how fantastic you look tonight, Amber, okay? Just to offset all that shit.
Thank you.
We do have a super nice commenter. I want to give a shout out to Paolo, who actually comments on each one of our clips and each one of our videos. He is so kind. He's like one of the best commenters on all our clips. He loves Dylan Reimer. He left us a message last week saying Dylan was one of his favorite comics. Dylan said he thought he knew who that guy was. I don't know who Paolo is, but I just want to give a shout out to Paolo, who just comments and leaves us all sorts of great messages on our clips on our channel.
Yeah, man. Thanks, buddy. Whoever you are, you mysterious, handsome son of a bitch. With a name like Paolo, you know you're fucking handsome as fuck.
Oh, man. He's just crushing it.
You know what? Just stop being handsome.
All right, you want to end it with some aliens, or?
Well, something close to aliens here. I have a story that's a little bit concerning, and it's about time travel this week. So this is we do a Conspirafact segment, and we don't deal in bullshit here on Conspirafact. We only talk about real things, true things. Amber, It's not funny. That's not funny, okay?
No conspiracies. No conspiracies, Amber.
No conspiracies.
Just Conspirafact.
We talk. UFOs are real, by the way. So no bullshit in the chat or from you, Amber, saying UFOs aren't real. I don't want any conspiracy chat on this show. Okay, this story is very scary. So it came out a little bit earlier this week that the Pentagon has announced that they are using a military AI, so an artificial intelligence program that allows them to predict events days in advance. So they use it in combat theater situations to predict the outcome of battles and decisions that they're making. And apparently this thing works. It can accurately predict the future up to a couple of weeks ahead, depending on the circumstance.
So like a real life Minority Report with Tom Cruise. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's, I mean, this is only what they'll admit to. And, you know, if it's just the beginnings of this technology, who knows where it's going to go? Are they going to be able to predict the, years into the future? And why is it in the hands of the military?
Well, so now you get convicted of things you did in the past on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. But now you'll be convicted of things you haven't done yet in the future by the military. Awesome. Good.
Yeah. Things you're about to do that you have not even. Yeah. But you can still get in trouble for plotting or whatever, like with the law anyway. So that's, I mean, and I think also, like, I believe in AI if like my iPhone can predict my period. So
Amber's just choosing to be on the winning team right now. She's like, why be the fucking food when you can be the pet, right?
She's like, I'd like to welcome this. I for one would like to welcome this AI into our world. I think it's great.
My new overlord. Please tell me when I'm menstruating, Suri.
Wait, is this AI?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, we've been hijacked. We've been fucking hijacked.
Look at those eyes, though. Can you believe that guy, the billionaire, married a squeegee punk from Montreal? Anyway.
Amber, that picture of Elon looks very sticky. Can you explain that? What is happening?
No, it's fine. It's not. Like, where'd that book go?
That looks like a porno mag I found in the woods when I was 7 years old. That's the quality of that fucking mag is in right now.
I'm absent. What do you call it? Abstinent. So.
Yeah, that thing.
All right.
So what do you guys think? I mean, is this ethical? Is this a good idea to design AI that will allows us to look into the future? I mean,
it's the AI thing's really creepy. I don't know if you watched that Black Mirror where there was those AI dogs or whatever that could like murder you.
Yes, I've seen that one.
It's so scary. It's so scary. It's like, what if it comes to that? So that's my vote.
Oh, it's coming, Amber. It's coming. We've already, you know what we did, Amber? You didn't see in the previous episode, but we made AI, and then the first thing we gave them to play with was our warp toys. Okay, so we just gave them fighter pilots and with bombs and everything like that, and drones. And you know what the AI did the first day on the job with all this technology? They killed somebody. So, yeah. I mean, we asked for this.
So like, and then who's guilty of murder?
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good question.
It's a offenseless crime because we made it. So it doesn't matter. We're just like, it's okay. What could possibly go wrong?
It's a robot dogs from Black Mirror. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Until we're being lined up by drones, just being force fed to fucking mine coal and fucking bits for fucking batteries. Like we're going to like battery mines to fucking. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
Kind of like social media. Like right now, there's a controversy. Like, someone tell Amber that real dogs can kill people.
What?
Oh, sorry. Did you? You could hear that?
We could hear. Yeah.
Real dogs?
That's actually it's a comment from Kevin Hanks. I'll read it out. So Kevin, I do have some bad news for you, Amber. Kevin Hanks informs us in the chat that non-robot dogs can murder you as well. I did not know that. I did not know that. No, I'm apparently.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah. Yeah. Your dog at home, the one you look at every day, is just fucking waiting for you to turn your back, dude. Anyway, so enjoy that. Amber, you're fucking hilarious, man. This has been a ton of fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Would you come back and hang out with us again sometime?
If that James guy isn't in like the conversation.
You heard that, James? Like every week he's just hanging by a thread. So JR and Jess, keep an eye out for James because
My wife, Jess, the moderator, says she loves you. She wants you back. She wants you to come back next week. So that means a lot.
That makes
Then
my
you
mind.
will?
Yeah.
Okay, then you will. All right, cool. James, we're just joking. We love you, buddy. Kevin, thanks for the comments.
No, we're
JR, Vera, Pyra, everyone who commented tonight, they were fucking great. Amber, you were fucking solid. You can catch Amber August 25th at the Comedy Brawl Champion of Champions. We're going to throw it down. She is the odds-on favorite now after this live stream. Mark, thanks for everything you do, bro. We'll be back next week on Thursday, 9 p.m. with a ton more stories. And maybe Amber will be back if her dog doesn't eat her in her fucking sleep tonight.
Stop it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
On behalf of Amber and Mark, have a great night. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.